Hi everybody, how are you? Make sure my mic's in all the way. I'm Lynn Smith of lynnmsmith.com, creator of the program The Magic of Self-Love, and I am next up on our Perry 10K Share-a-thon. And it looks like everybody's catching up with us now. We just finished with Stephanie talking about her bucket list of seeing all the national parks. And as you're coming in, please feel free to share this out, because those of us on the Perry 10K, we really put our heart and souls into showing up here, and it's just fabulous to have you here being our audience. So the topic of our Share-a-thon today is that of a bucket list. And I have to say, I don't have a bucket list, because there's something about the terminology bucket list that to me just conjures up this image of planning. Hey, Piano Dan, how are you? The idea of a bucket list just conjures up this image of planning on dying, and I'm not planning on dying. I mean, not that I am in denial of it. I've already put some things in place. I'm an organ donor and do not resuscitate, so slice me up and pass me around. But I don't have a bucket list. I have an adventure list. And what's been really interesting about this assignment, this topic for today's Share-a-thon, is it really made me reevaluate what's on my adventure list. Because in these last few years, I have done a lot of the things that I have wanted to do. I flew to Toronto just to do the Edge Walk. And if you don't know what the Edge Walk is, you need to Google it, because the tallest building in Toronto is 1,200 feet high. And with the Edge Walk, you get on the outside of that building and you walk all the way around it and you hang off the side. It was so cool. I did an aerial adventure park, which is like this obstacle course up in the trees 30 feet up. That was super fun too. I've been skydiving. I did the dolphin experience, but I had a really cool dolphin experience. It wasn't just, you kiss the dolphin and the dolphin kisses you. We were in ocean 30 feet deep with this beautiful animal named Luna, and she even gave me a ride. It was so cool. I got a ride from a dolphin. I did the stingray thing, where we were on a sandbar, so the water was like chest high on me, and I'm only 5 feet tall, so it wasn't very deep. And there were stingrays everywhere, and then we were petting them and holding them, and I was kissing them and I was feeding them. I love stingrays, so that was super cool. I swam with whale sharks in the middle of the Caribbean. We got out in the middle of their migratory path and got in the water with them. It was so amazing. Except that day there was a tropical storm and the waters were kind of choppy, and the ocean that I loved tried to kill me, but it was really cool. Just a couple of months ago, I got to swim with the sea turtles. I love turtles, and it was just so beautiful. And I met this gorgeous manta ray. His tail was longer than my arm. He was gorgeous. What else have I done? Oh, I walked on the floor with a dive tank helmet. My husband and I saw this a few years back on The Amazing Race, and I said, honey, we need to do that. And it turns out you can do it in Mexico. So a couple of years ago when we were there, put on the dive tank helmet, walked on the ocean floor, and there were fishies everywhere. It was really cool. Let's see. Oh, and I rappelled down a high-rise in Dallas. That was super cool. I saw this when on my husband's days off. He likes to watch the morning news, and a few years back, well, it should have been more than a few years now, because it's been a few years since I did this, there was this news story of some people rappelling down a high-rise in Fort Worth, and one of them was the mayor. So, yeah, life of no regrets. But I'm paying it forward. I'm an organ donor. In fact, it was the mayor of Fort Worth and some other people were rappelling down this building. And I said to my husband, how do you do that? Well, 3 years ago, I found out how you do it. You just do a fundraiser. So there's an organization called Over the Edge that plans all these fundraisers all over the country for rappelling down buildings. So all I had to do was raise $1,000 for Special Olympics. So please do not tell Special Olympics the only reason I did it was to rappel, but I did raise $1,200. I didn't stop at the $1,000 mark. So anyway, I've been thinking about this all the last couple of days, like, it's time to reevaluate my adventure list, because I've crossed so much off. I'm going to be letting it grow up. But I've got 4 things that are still on my list. And one of them is swimming with the sharks. There is a place in the Bahamas where there's all these nurse sharks, and you get in the water with them and they're just gliding on past you, and you can touch them and pet them, and that would be amazing, because sharks are fantastic. So that's one thing that I want to do. And there's another thing too that again, one morning, a few years back, my husband is watching the morning news while he was, on his day off, and I was having coffee with him, and they had this news story of this place in Kenya. It's called the Giraffe Manor. It's actually this little 10-room boutique hotel that sits right adjacent to this refuge for giraffes. I love giraffes. I just think they're so amazing, and they've got fuzzy little lips, so when you're feeding them and they're eating from your hand, it just kind of tickles. Well, this place in Kenya, the giraffes, it's a refuge for the Rothschild giraffes, and they just roam everywhere. And this boutique hotel, it's more like a bed and breakfast thing where all the meals are included and they've got a dining room there. They keep all the windows open, and the giraffes just come in and put their heads in and eat breakfast at your table. How amazing is that? So I want to go there. That's going to be kind of a big trip, though, because unlike my Perry 10K friends that live in the UK, Kenya may not be that far for you, but coming from Texas, it's pretty far. But there is something else that I want to do too in Africa. Unfortunately, it's not the same part of Africa. This is in Zimbabwe. Again, I saw this on The Amazing Race. There is this place where you walk with the lions. You're in their habitat. You're walking down the trail, and the lions are just coming right by you. They're coming up right next to you and just walking by. You're passing them while you're on that path. And of course, they give you instructions. You've got a guide. They give you instructions about what to do and what not to do as you're right up to these lions. But wouldn't that be amazing? Because they're just so cool. As you can tell, I'm a huge animal lover. So I want to walk with the lions in Zimbabwe. Again, I don't know when I'm going to be able to do that because it's a long ways away. I want to be a pet. Now, there's one other thing, though, that I want to do. And this one, unlike the other things on my list where it's actually something that is in the realm of possible and something I can actually cross off my list, this one is more in the category of a dream. I want to fly Virgin Galactic. How cool would that be to go to outer space? There's a catch with that, though. Are you about to die? No, I'm not about to die. There's a catch, though, with Virgin Galactic. I mean, you can go out and buy a ticket. You know, Sir Branson has been selling tickets for years. In fact, the price has really gone up. It used to be $80,000 you can get a ticket. Now it's $250,000. But the thing is, even if I diverted my resources to buy the ticket, because you got to pay in advance, and he has sold a bunch of these already, you know, I would pay the $250,000 for this ticket. It doesn't get me anywhere because, unfortunately, this whole space travel thing is taking longer than all these you know, the visionaries imagined. And if I buy this ticket now, you know, what if it's 10 years before I get my turn? Because, like I said, you know, first off, there aren't any scheduled flights now, and then on top of that, I'd have to wait my turn because a bunch of people are ahead of me. You know, what if it's 10 years before I get to take my turn? Well, 10 years from now, I'm 64. I may not want to go to space when I'm 64. I want to go now. So anyway, that is my adventure list. And I hope that Virgin Galactic picks up the pace a little bit before I'm too old to want to go to space. But that one, like I said, it's more of a dream. It would be so cool. Unfortunately, technology needs to catch up a little bit. Oh, who's next? I'm losing track of time here. And next we have Misty. Throw up some emojis. Take me with you. We should go together because that would be great. I'm showing 1 minute left. So Misty, maybe you should go. Oh, she is getting set up. Okay, cool. So that is the one thing that I'm not feeling confident about achieving on my adventure list. And I'm sure I'll add other things on the way. But this has been a really good exercise for me because it really helped me appreciate how much of my adventures I've already accomplished. You know, it's good to take stock of where you're at, and you need to be grateful for all the opportunities and experiences that you've had. And so now my list has gotten much smaller, and I've got 4 things on it, but I'll continue to add to it because there's all sorts of amazing things to do out in the world. It's just a matter of being aware of them. You know, I didn't realize there was a place you can go swim with the sharks. That would be fantastic because they're really amazing creatures. So I want to thank everybody for being on our Share-a-thon today. And I believe in the very beginning we asked the question of when the Perry 10K membership was going to open up again, and if an answer was given, I missed it in the newsfeed. But be sure to get on that waiting list. It's perry10k.com/join. because this is an amazing group of people. I'm having so much fun being part of this mastermind. It's been one of the best investments I've ever made in myself, and it's not an expensive investment, so you need to be here. Oh, thank you. That's it. I actually took this on my vacation a couple of months ago in Mexico. That's where the vacation where I swam with the sea turtles. Oh, and I also went snorkeling through an underground cave with this waterway system in it. And it was just amazing because some places you look down and you can see the bottom, and some places you can just see these cave openings just going everywhere. Actually, divers have actually died down there because they lost track of where they were and ran out of air. It was really, really cool. I need to get some travel tips from you. I don't know. I just stumble upon these things and think, I want to do that. But it's really easy to rappel down a high rise if you want to do that. I went down oh, she's live. Okay, so I'm done talking. Thanks for being here, everybody. Let's catch up with Misty. Love you guys. Bye.